against double line in my office next week. Because my view on a lot of these issues is, you know, you hear from one side, this is what happens with double line. If I have a pro-double line group come to see me, then the anti-double line people call and say, well, we know you met the pro-double line, so we now need to meet with you. Then when they meet with me, then the pro-double line people call and say, well, you just met with the anti-double. This one, it's unbelievable. Actually, for a period of time, we banned them. We said, no more, stop. But I've done something, and I've done this before on other issues, where I bring all the groups in, two sides, in the same room. Because what you end up doing then is you cut through all the kind of, got too many cameras, so I'll say propaganda. Is that a better way to say it? That both sides kind of lay out. And so my job there is I want to hear that from both sides. Also, you cut through some of the stuff. Second, I have been in conversations with the EPA to find out their timetable. They're getting close to finishing up the report, which I think is good. I'm anxious for it because I'm ready with that information. And I'm like you, I've seen a lot of this information already, but you know, there's a third party reviewing. We should allow this because one day we circumvent that, the politics now, then maybe they're doing something else that you have a different view next time. And then a politician intervenes. I think it needs to be completed, or at least enough where there's enough information that I feel comfortable that's coming from a third party. I believe that will happen. Once that happens, I'm going to make my position very clear on this issue. There's going to be no hesitation. And we are not, at the end of the day, my philosophy on this project is very simple, and that is we have an unbelievable, robust, renewable resource there, fisheries. It can't be jeopardized by whatever project is there. And the science should tell us the answer to this question. And so I'm looking forward to my next week's meeting. I'm sure you'd love to be in that room watching the, I'm not sure who comes out of that room live, but I'm anxious to do it. And this is how I've always done my business. And that is I'm not afraid to get both sides of the table and kind of hash through it. But at the same time, we will get to the real facts, not the propaganda, which I think has been filling the airwaves on a lot of areas. We need to kind of cut through that, and I'm anxious to do that. And then I hope a couple weeks after that we'll see real information. On the dam issue, I have gotten some information from the coalition. My staff, Michael Johnson, who works in my DC office, has gotten a lot of good information that I have reviewed on the cursory, not in great detail, because to be frank with you, I'm waiting. I know the state's going through some long process and is starting to expend some money, and we just haven't dived into it to the next level, to be frank with you. But it is a project that we're going to look at. I'm a believer in hydro. For example, Blue Lake down in Sitka is a good project. It's done the right balance. It's done it with, let me finish here. It's not, doesn't mean just like in mining. I support mining, doesn't mean I support all mining. Just like oil and gas or forest, whatever the project is. I look at each project as an individual project. Blue Lake Dam in Sitka, good project. They've done a good job working with the environmental community, development community, trying to do the project that works for their area and size it right, and also recognizing the habitat protection that needs to be in place. In the case of Blue Lake Dam, down in Sitka, they're actually going to improve the habitat by the work they're doing. So I think that's a very, so we'll look at this in the same way of analyzing it by itself. Very quickly, I'm going to go to number 4, because you're taking away from number 4.
Did you know that this dam would be larger than Cooper Dam, and that no fish could get beyond it?
Yeah, we know the size is significant. Oh, no. I've seen the renderings. Is that a fair statement? So I'm familiar, but again, the way I look at these things is very important, because some people like to make blanket statements. I'm for fill in the blank. I like to look at each thing as it comes forward, just like we did with Green Creek Mine recently. They needed additional permit. We supported it. The environmental community supported it. The development community supported it. The regional community supported it, because we worked through some of the bumps in the road to get to the permit. And now it's going to make sure they continue for at least another 15 years, 400 jobs, which is fantastic. But we look at things, each one by themselves. Yes, number 4.